Oh, what's up, J Crush?
No, I'm just doing the 2K showcase and recording it on YouTube.
I'm recording my university, and I got. Yeah, it's like my gosh dang, and I did it on easy. That's the scary part. It's like okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing it on easy. I'm on normal.
Yeah, I did it on easy because I'm not as well versed with that stuff as I am with the other stuff. Let's do Hanson, and
Randy Orton just getting in there to break up the pin.
Where is he at? Hold on, what the fuck? Okay, hold on, I never did. Go to my universe, go to superstars. Raymond Rowe, whoops. NXT, oops, forgot to put him on there. Tag team, do I have them? Oh, what's the name of that team?
What are you doing right now?
My, the, universe right now. Damn, bro. Oh, what's the name of that band? I'm trying to remember the name of that. Oh, I don't have them on. Well then. That's not a smart idea. Go to H. Hanson. Oh, did you watch the takeover? The last takeover? War Games?
Yeah.
Dear God. I did too. Dear God, that War Raiders and
crap. You talking about the War Games match itself?
yeah. Dear God. Ricochet, dude. Ricochet.
Yeah, that moonsault off the top of the cage.
Yeah. Dear Lord, that to me, I would be a little scared. Just a wee little bit.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
I'd be like, nope. Ask somebody else to do this. Too high for me, man. Dear Lord.
Well, it's not as high as the Hell in a Cell.
True.
Well, it might be just as high, maybe a little bit less, but still.
I don't know.
It's still not quite.
I would, I don't know. I think I would, I know I'm crazy, but I feel like I would want to be thrown off the Hell in a Cell. Especially if it's Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker.
I mean,
They're talking like his last match is going to be this April. 35.
They've been saying that the last, how many matches?
Yeah, I know it.
I never read into that anymore, dude. Sorry to say, but every time they say this is gonna be his last match.
The first I heard about it was just a couple nights ago.
Yeah,
that was the first time I heard of it.
I'm sorry, I don't trust that anymore, man. It's like, come on. I'm sorry that they keep on saying like they say that every start of every year they're like, oh, this can be his final year. Okay. Well, exactly when is that gonna be? You say that every freaking year, like it's gonna be like this year or this coming month or that, you know, this and that. It was supposed to be after. It was supposed to be after, what do you call it? It was supposed to be after the DX match. And then it was going to be, oh, wait, that's going to spur into, like, a match with Shawn Michaels, which is not going to come true, because after that freaking wicked heat he took off the back of his head, he's like, nope, I'm done. I'm going back into retirement. Screw this. I hit my head. I'd rather go back into retirement. And he went bald for a movie, and he came back bald. It was like, oh, okay. Never mind that.
Brian's got. I like this Daniel Bryan showcase though. It's been pretty fun so far.
What do you think about the new Daniel Bryan?
Yeah. It's cool to see him as a heel though.
He hasn't been a heel since back in right after his push. That was supposed to be his last push, and then he's like, well, you know, his push was supposed to end, but then Team Hell No made him even more popular. Jesus. Kane looked sloppy in that match at the
Who? Shane?
No, Kane.
Oh.
He looked sloppy as all hell, man. It was like, damn. That looked like that looked crappy.
Stay where you are. In a match of epic proportions. Get ready.
So, on my universe, dude, I picked up Brian Cage from TNA.
Oh.
That big dude. I was like, fuck yeah. I want that dude. Of course, I picked up Walter, or not what? No, Walter is what they call him, right? Walter,
Yeah.
the German dude.
Know. I'm not sure. I ain't watched TNA.
Well, no, Walter is not on TNA. He's a German guy.
Oh, so I don't know about all that.
He's supposed to be, because you know how they're making that United Kingdom NXT?
Yeah, they done made it.
Yeah, well, they signed this guy from Germany that they wanted for years to come onto NXT and then on to America, but he didn't want to leave Germany. So basically what he did is he said he'll sign for UK and do his matches there, you know. He'll do NXT UK, and if there is a crossover in America, he will do that if he feels like it. Because he's like in his late 30s. He's another massive dude. He's like, I want to say over 6 foot, like 350-pound man. But the weird part is he's German, and I get that, but his name is spelled like Walter, but they call him Walter. I have no idea. And the reason I know about this, I don't know, do you watch any wrestling things on YouTube?
Not in a while, I haven't.
Who do you usually get your stuff from?
I just watch whatever I can find on there.
I would say my favorite guys are Wrestle Talk. Ollie Davis, Luke Owens, and El Fagador, Lori Blake. They're all from England, but they seem to have a lot of they seem like they know a lot, because like they have people inside, I think, you know, and like they go to every, like they don't just do like WWE, they do like all the wrestling promotions, New Japan, TNA. They cover all. They covered the All In. They covered the Chris Jericho's cruise and stuff like that, which I found was fun. Right. So yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, one of my favorite guys right now, I would say in indie wise. Have you ever heard of Sami Callihan?
I've heard the name, but I'm not entirely sure who he is.
He wrestles in the same promotion that Dean Ambrose wrestled in, CZW, which is like basically ECW for the current day.
Okay.
Like no, like they have toned down a little bit, but he's toned down a little bit, but I was watching videos from back when Dean Ambrose was there. It wasn't Dean Ambrose, it was these two guys. I don't know who they were, but they what do you call it? Oh, they stuck like a needle into this guy's mouth, the hypodermic needle, right into the damn get out of the fucking ring, Big Cass, you retard. How? Thank you. Holy moly, I don't understand why my character does not want to work. Like, I asked him to go out, and he was like, nope. Oh.
Position in NXT, Michael. Cole took aim at NXT's best. That including joining his Undisputed Era brethren and winning in the historic War Games match at NXT TakeOver Houston. Gentlemen, let me ask you.
Oh, what
will you learn?
Do you think? Oh man, I so far I'm not impressed of what they did with all the NXT guys so far.
24 hours later, competed in his first Royal Rumble match. Now that, my friend.
What are they done with all the NXT guys?
I mean, like,
What are you talking about?
I mean, like, well, coming up to the main roster, like Sanity. They haven't done.
They don't really use Sanity all that much. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They don't use them. They haven't used. I mean, look what they're doing to AOP.
And Nikki Cross made one. Nikki Cross made one little appearance of basically Becky Lynch on SmackDown.
Yeah, and then got her ass kicked, basically. Well, no, she didn't get her ass kicked. She actually did well. She did. She kept up. She kept up with Becky Lynch, which I was happy about. They didn't really, it wasn't like a squash match. They didn't use her as a jobber. They actually used her as an actual, like, talent. Right.
Like, they let her actually do what she wanted to do. Well,
not exactly, but you know what I mean. Like
no, not exactly, but they actually let her perform. Is what I mean.
Yeah, they didn't like. Oh, you're gonna be a jobber tonight. You're gonna let Becky Lynch kick the living shit out of you. You're actually gonna have. Now, I don't know. I always felt like she was like this. I don't know if you, but I always thought she was more like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Becky Lynch. She wasn't a face, but she wasn't a heel. She was like an in-betweener. I always thought her character was what?
She's more heelish now than she's ever been that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is like, I never thought of her as like a straight up heel. You know what I mean? Like she seems like she did a. She always had that spark in her to be heelish, you know, at times. Like, she's more brutal than anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Like, she wanted to get in the ring even after Nia crushed her face.
Exactly. Like, that was her... I think that would, like, even, like, 3 years ago when she was in her face run, she would have done that, you know? She's freaking Irish. She's Irish. That's how they are. They're tough son of bitches. They don't wanna sit down. They... Oh man. Now, there's something. So, what do you think about NXT lately? That whole Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
I think Tommaso Ciampa will go to Raw.
Oh hell yeah! Do you think that Johnny Gargano will too?
I think he'll be on SmackDown.
Now, what I was hoping for is them to be like them to show up on Raw or SmackDown, but they would be mostly on 205 Live. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think they'll use him on 205. I think they'll put him on SmackDown.
True.
And let him have a feud with AJ or Daniel Bryan.
That'd be awesome to see Johnny go against those guys. Johnny Wrestling. I don't know. what I do in with my superstars, I use every promotion as like every one of their shows as like a separate thing, you know. So like guys can show up anywhere they want, you know. They show up on different ones, you know.
Right.
Like I have Johnny Gargano, and actually, even though they're actually feuding our life, I had them back with DIY, and they are tag team on Raw and also on 205 Live. Because I swear, if they would actually get like a 205 Live tag team like they were going to, the first tag team should be either the Undisputed Era, because they're up, or DIY.
Adam Cole, baby.
I like him. I really do like him.
Yeah.
I think all those guys are sick on that team. Like they're very violent.
I think they need to go and take NXT to a 2 hour instead of 1 hour.
Oh hell yeah. I also think they should go from having.
And the only reason why I say that is because NXT is the hottest thing.
Oh
They're
yeah.
the hottest wrestling brand that's not being shown on TV.
Isn't there like three? Isn't it like they only have like 3 or 4 matches in there? It's like 3 match and rest promo or something like that.
But 3 who what?
Like when I go on my universe, it says they have 3 matches, you know, instead of like 5 or 6 or 5 or 7. They have like 3 matches. Or no, they have 5 matches.
Yeah.
They have like 5 matches, and then like
because they're a minor show.
yeah. Well, like I said, I treat them like a major show. Like eventually, I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
They need to be. It needs to be a major show. Because
Well,
I mean, there is a major developmental. Like they did 3/4 of the time they put on a show better than
oh hell yeah.
Raw or SmackDown.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. Especially lately, after Roman Reigns got hurt, after Roman Reigns got cancer and Braun Strowman got hurt, Raw has sucked ass lately.
SmackDown's been off the charts here lately. I've been liking SmackDown here lately.
Oh, I've always liked SmackDown more than Raw, to be honest with you. Because I feel like they've
I
had
like them both.
Oh, I
But
like them.
SmackDown here lately has been outdoing Raw.
How do I say it? I like Raw and I like SmackDown, but I always give the edge to SmackDown only because they've always been the brand where there's more opportunity. You know what I mean? There hasn't been really much like, oh, a heel McMahon, a heel, you know what I mean? It's always been like its separate place because they always thought it was the B show, so the McMahons were never really on it. So I'm hoping. So yeah, I'm hoping.
Now I gotta perform an oh my god suicide dive on Kane.
Oh, that sounds fun. Right now I'm doing an 8-man tag team on NXT with Volter, Brian Cage, Sammy Callahan, and Big Cass versus the
Undisputed Era.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to get it out of my head. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's only 4-man tag team on NXT right now.
Pull apart the announcer's table. Irish whip Kane into the announcer's table. Okay. Like I like these little missions that you have to do to complete the match. That's what makes this showcase fun, in my opinion.
So what about the campaign? Do you think that they should keep, like, you know how like they talked most, like not all of it, but they talked through some of it.
They talk to the storyline. Yeah, they need to keep it going all the way through, even afterwards.
I think they need to do that next in 2020, because I feel like if they don't, it's just gonna go downhill. It's gonna go back, because you know they did.
It would be nice if they do it through for the universe mode too.
That too, I agree. Like even the promos need, like not everything, but at least the promos. You know, like their actual voices. Yeah. And for guys like you, guys like you pick up off of the. Yeah, the guys you pick up, like you download, they should have like a generic voice. You know? Like, oh, you can't have the real voice, but you can do it generically. Like, oh, that guy is, you know.
They need to do like they did in 16, where you could pick what voice your character, what voice you want your character to have.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if I looked it up. The guy that actually voiced the character for your character is a former WWE guy and a former indie star.
He was the voice of who?
The character you play, like your character. Buzz. Yeah, he actually was an indie star. He retired like a couple years ago.
Really?
Mhm. He fought on. He was in WWE, and then he went to. I forget what it was. I think it was Global Force Wrestling, and then New Japan, stuff like that. Who is that guy? I was trying to think. There is a wrestler in New Japan that his dad was a famous WWE star.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't place his name right off the top of my head right now at the moment. Oh, we're going backstage.
Besides Cody Rhodes.
We just went backstage. I think Cody Rhodes is going to make a Royal Rumble appearance.
He could, but they're also saying that he might be making his own show.
Really? I ain't heard that.
Oh yeah, they basically. Hold on. They basically. The guys that, I'm trying to look up this guy's name. Of course, Chris Jericho is now on that. Oh, Davey Boy Smith. Davey Boy Smith. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Dave Finlay. Yes. Dave Finlay is there, too. That's who it is. They're actually a tag team, I think. Dave Finlay.
Yeah, Dave Finlay, that's Fit Finlay's son, ain't it?
Yeah, and then Davey Boy Smith Jr. They're both were a tag team at one point. But they're thinking about all those guys are going to come over. So guys like Hangman Page, Kenny Omega.
I want to see that movie that they made a Page.
Me too. Kenny Omega, like all those guys that were in the in that faction are supposed to be coming over to WWE, are looking into coming to WWE. They're thinking. Like, I knew who I hope comes in is Zack Sabre Jr. and Will Ospreay. I would love to see them in WWE. Along with Tom. Go ahead.
I've never seen Will Ospreay perform, but I've heard his name.
I've watched stuff on the internet, and he's really good. He's a high flyer. He's a cruiserweight. So is Zack Sabre Jr., and they fought against each other a couple times, and they're really good. Like, that would make 205 Live so much more fun. Getting those guys.
I'm glad Ray Ray's back.
Me too.
I was so happy about that.
Me too? How about, you know, Tama Tonga and Tonga Low? You know who that is?
No. Those I don't know.
They're brothers in real life. They're the son of Haku. They're the sons of Haku. You know who that is, right? Remember him?
Yeah.
One of the most brutal Samoans ever. The other one is Young Bucks. They're supposedly maybe coming over to WWE too. Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson.
I've heard of them. They're from New Japan.
Yeah, these are all guys on New Japan right now that are supposedly coming over. The whole club is supposed to be coming over. The Bull Club is supposed to be coming over. There's one guy, I know he's retired, but I wish he would come back, was Suzuki. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
I can look it up real quick. It's right here. Oh, Haruko Goto. I can't say his name, but I want him to come over. He's a big Japanese dude. He's such a buff dude. Like, he'd be... And Tomoshi Ishii, he's a freaking badass, too. Minoru Suzuki. Minour Suzuki. There's just some... Oh, you know who else I wish would come, and it would be fun to watch? Is if Jushin Thunder Liger would come to WWE and do a...
he was in WCW.
He's in he's in New Japan still, dude. He's still wrestling.
That's crazy. I know he used to be in WCW. I do know that.
Sup, Eagle?
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
Good. Have you ever met my buddy J Crush?
Yeah, he ain't.
Nope.
You haven't met him, I think. If you haven't met him, Eagle?
No, I don't have anybody muted.
He came
Captain
in...
Jay.
Jay, you there? Did you hear what Eagle said?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
Well, Mike, you gotta remember, he's playing 2K19.
So am I.
Yeah, so...
I'm playing the Daniel Bryan showcase right now.
So they, but them to have a match in WWE after they wrestled in WCW back in the day.
I know Jushin did.
If Jushin, well, so is that was Ray started there at one point. It was Eddie, Chris, and Ray were all there in WCW at the tail end.
Actually, Ray wasn't there but at the tail end of it. He'd been there for a while. He started in Mexico under the name of Calibri.
Well, I know.
1989.
I know, but I'm saying like he's 54.
I know you guys are probably going to be surprised about this, but you guys are talking gibberish.
They're wrestlers. Ray Mysterio.
Gibberish, sorry.
That's alright. Ray Mysterio is the guy's name.
You don't follow Wrestling Eagle?
I'm more of an MMA guy.
Gotcha.
Which is not bad.
Which I am excited about tonight.
Who's fighting tonight?
Midnight special. It's Auschwitz versus Bronson.
Okay.
Let's see, those names are...
Auschwitz out of Austria. He's been fighting championship MMA for about 12 years now. So it's not up there, but and then Bronson, he's a newbie. So, but in a interview he said, my hope is to show all the old men that MMA is for the young. I'm like, oh buddy, you better buck up to those words there.
Oh yeah, man. Especially
you're screwed if you can't.
Especially if Chuck Liddell is actually back for good. Dude, Chuck Liddell in his prime, even now could probably kick that guy's ass. He's old as hell.
See, I know the name Chuck Liddell. I know that big heavy, big muscled up black dude. I can't remember his name though. I know who he is.
Oh no, he's pissed at Bronson. Trust me.
Oh,
They,
Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, him.
They did a locker room exclusive after he said that, and it was him versus Bronson. It was actually kind of funny. It was like well, what's that store? Big and Tall. If Big and Tall were actual two people, it would be what's his face would be Big. Bronson would be Big, and Tall would be. Oh fuck no! I'm out of here. But no.
I know a lot of names. Frank Mir, George St. Pierre.
I know those. Frank
The
Mir,
Silva,
George St. Pierre,
the Silva guys.
Silva.
He just retired. There's two Silvas though. I forget the other one's
Let
name.
me see who else is playing.
There's
There's
that,
some other people playing.
and there was the other one. Who was the other Silva? Eagle, do you know who I'm talking about? There was Anderson Silva, and then there's that second Silva.
I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his first name, but he wasn't as good as the other Silva. That guy actually, he just retired after the Liddell fight.
Yeah.
After he knocked out Liddell, he's like, "I'm retiring." Now it's just crazy to watch, crazy to see that Liddell was back, and he was my favorite. He was my favorite MMA fighter. And they were saying after he retired, he's gonna there for a while.
Have y'all ever seen the movie? Have y'all ever seen the movie Here Comes the Boom?
Yes.
Who was that guy at the very end of it? I can't remember his name, but I've heard of him before too.
I didn't watch it, but I know what it is. I wanted to see it. Here comes.
I'm watching this fight, UFC 231, December 8th. Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega. It's a title fight.
Nice.
And then after that, it's Valentina Shevchenko versus Joanna. I hate her name so much. Jedrzejczyk. It's a title fight as well.
Oh, it's Krasatov says. God. It is Krasatov Zaznicki.
It's an American name, the one I'm talking about.
Well, his name on there was Ken Dietrich. Yeah, well, that's not his real name. His real name is that Krasatov Suzuskinik. It's a Canadian Polish mixed martial artist.
I thought he was an actual UFC fighter.
Hey,
That's not his real name. That's just.
December 14th is going to be an awesome fight.
Who is it?
Frank Mir versus Javi Ayala.
I know Frank Mir. I don't know the other one. He must be new.
Javi Ayala? No, he's just as good as Frank Mir. Okay?
I'm just saying he must be new.
Here's the thing about it, though. Frank Mir doesn't want to fight him.
Why?
He said, and I've actually seen their last fight. He said, the only reason why I fought him was because it's a friendly competition between us.
Okay.
If it was a title fight, I would not have a second thought. But since this is not a title fight, come the 14th, it will not be a title fight. I will not fight him. But they're making him fight anyways.
Of course. Big bucks.
Exactly. Ayala doesn't care.
Of course he doesn't. It's money for him.
Ayala said when he came into it, he's not from the States.
Yeah.
There's one UFC fighter that went to WWE that you would know.
Ronda.
Uh-huh.
Bobby Lashley.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been.
Did you ever watch
another good one?
I was talking about Ronda Rousey. I knew I forgot about Bobby doing it.
Derek Campos versus Sam Cecilia.
Oh, did you hear this? And this is hilarious, Jake Crush, and this is funny to you too, Eagle. So Bobby Lashley wants to face Brock Lesnar in a UFC fight.
I heard that too.
Dude, you don't understand. Bobby Lashley's a fucking beast of nature too.
I can't wait to see that fight.
To be honest, I think Bobby would end up killing it. I think he would win that fight.
As I said, I can't wait to see that fight.
Do you know who Bobby Lashley is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, he's a... And the fun part about it, and I love it, is because he was in the United States Army. For years, and I just thought that was amazing. And then there is
Really? They made a VR game after it?
They
That
also
is messed up.
what game?
After what?
After what?
Borderlands 2 VR.
Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, so this next match, Jake Crush is Johnny Gargano versus Dusty Rhodes.
Oh good lord. Yeah, that's a dream fight there.
Right? They have Dusty on NXT and then on Raw with his sons. Because I picked up Cody back up. Because eventually Cody's going to come back.
Ruffles, if you guys were wondering.
Alright. I thought
Ruffles.
I heard you eating. Yeah. America.
This is just a snack.
Oh shit.
I'm not even done. I'm out of here and what they're off. It's on right now.
Alright, brother.
Okay.
See you, dude. Yo, nice night, Jake Crush. Yo, what's
Johnny,
up?
how far have you gotten on Need for Speed Payback?
I'm stuck on this thing where you have to do a drift.
A drift?
The black
Are
dude.
you in the city?
No, I'm like it looks like I'm in the countryside, and you're driving with this dude that's taking videos of it.
What are you stuck on about it?
I'm having a hard time doing the actual drifts. I push it and then it won't drift.
Oh, so you're done with the prologue. Here,
Yeah, I'm
get
done
on it. I'll show you how to drift.
Oh, can you